What is up, everybody? It is Chimso here. Today I'm joined by someone who I'm sure you all know. If you don't, what the hell is wrong with you? Jonny, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Thanks. What's up? Hi, everybody.
For those of you who don't know, Jonny Holmes, guy who taught me how to play Singed. He's going to start streaming again soon, so make sure to check him out, twitch.tv/Grand Theft Audio. And today we're going to talk about a topic that if you create any sort of content in League of Legends, this is gonna come up at pretty much any point. I get it a lot. Jonny gets it a lot. I'm sure a lot of big streamers do. And what we're basically looking at is skill differences between servers. You know, the old adage of, "Ooh, you're Diamond 5 on OC, that means you're Silver 5 on NA." You know, that sort of nonsense that we hear a lot. So yeah, you summarized it pretty well. You said basically, yeah, in the high elos, and I agree with you, in the very highest elos, if we're talking Challenger, if we're talking Diamond 1, Diamond 2, Master Tier, it is definitely easier if you're on a smaller server to
Absolutely.
100%.
If we were both going to a less developed country without a pro scene, like, I don't know, Thailand, where I'm living now, or maybe Turkey or Latin America or Russia, somewhere like that, we would probably be able to get to Master, Challenger, Diamond 1, both of us easily. But if we were going to go to Korea or somewhere with a really competitive high-elo ladder, like, I don't know, yeah, Korea or NA, then we'd probably get wiped out, or we wouldn't get a chance of getting to Challenger or Master at all. So we're just not good enough.
Well, maybe you. Maybe
Yeah,
you. I'm only Diamond 5.
what I was saying earlier is it's absolutely correct that the regions are not equal to each other, but only when we're talking about the highest elos. But anybody who claims things like NA gold equals to OCE diamond is a complete idiot.
That is correct.
It's not true. I haven't played on every server. Go on.
Yeah, the reason why I'm making this video is because I got into a very long and tedious discussion on Reddit. I should have known better, but I thought there might be a point under what he was trying to say. But I got into a very long and tedious discussion on the Singe main subreddit, which I also encourage you all to check out, with some fellow who was seriously attempting to argue. I'm not saying, you know, I get YouTube comments all the time like, "Oh, lol, you're fucking Diamond 5 on OCE. That means you're, you know, Platinum 5 on NA." Blah blah. He wasn't just saying that. He was literally seriously attempting to argue this point. I'm just gonna scroll through it here, just so you can see. You can see on screen how big this discussion was right here. He got right into it, and I thought maybe I'll engage him, see if he has a point. Oh, he did not have a point. I'll put a link to this discussion in the description below. I know the person who I was arguing with is going to see this video because he said he's subscribed to my channel. Mate, I've got no ill will towards you, and I don't want anybody to, you know, harass this guy or anything or say mean shit. So don't do that. But I do encourage you to check out the conversation for yourself. But yeah, basically, I sent it to Jonny, and you know, we sort of both agreed that there's nothing to prove. There's no statistics that you can pull up, and you can pull up as many statistics. You can pull up win rates between different players. This person was comparing me to Platinum 2 for 3 Singe players on NA with 51% win rates on Singed and saying, "Oh, look, their win rate is higher than yours." He was trying to argue my win rate in Gold 5, sorry, not win rate, my KDA in Gold 5 on Singed is better than yours. I ward more than you. I do this, this, and this. I'm only Gold 5 on NA. So clearly, I'm not joking about this. This is the sort of mentality that some people have. And this mentality is absolutely incorrect. It's going to hold you back. You got anything to add to that, Jonny?
So the mentality that this particular person has is that my numbers are better than yours consistently, therefore I'm a better player than you, despite the fact that this player's elo is clearly low compared to yours. I mean, did you finish in Diamond 5 or Diamond 4?
Diamond 5.
Diamond 5.
Not an amazing player by any means.
This guy finished, I think it was gold or something.
Gold 5. He referred to he referred to having one of his main accounts this season in Gold 5. So.
All right. Well, there's no provide evidence for that then, buddy, because you know if we're just talking stats so far, that's what matters at the end of the day.
Pretty sure he had a link. Let me just double check.
No, I'm not saying this is not. I'm not throwing down the gauntlet. I couldn't give a shit. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to what your rank, what your elo is. That's it. That is the only true measure of skill. KDA, it means nothing. I could play just Singe to Diamond and go and get 0 kills, 0 assists just by split fishing with Rock Portal and Banner of Command in top lane. It's
That's right.
probably enough to get me to Diamond. I don't need to. I don't need to actually, run around the map and kill people. I mean, I do if I want to stay in high diamond, but if I just wanted to crush my way through gold, for instance, I could prove to you that I can get worse stats than this guy Singed and get a much higher win rate just because of my game sense.
And that's
it's not about KDA at all.
And using arbitrary stats like the score from lolskill.net to attempt to justify your claims is completely bogus, okay? Your own stats were used against you in this argument we had, my friend, okay? I referred to one Singe player who was ranked 41st on Singe worldwide. He was Platinum 3. He had a 51% win rate on Singe with about 200 games played. But his KDA was better than a guy who was 43rd, who was in Platinum 2, who had a 57% win rate, but, with roughly the same games played. You were literally attempting to say, and you stated this in your reply to me, and you even tried to justify it by saying, oh, this guy clearly plays Singed all the time, so maybe he gets into unfavorable matchups. Well, too bad for him. The win rate speaks for itself. And for you to say that win rate means nothing, it's just completely bogus. Win rate and skill, win rate and your division, what rank you're in, are the two clear best indicators of how good you are at either a certain champion or at the game.
And also, don't forget the sample size, the number of games played as well. Because if you've only played 10 games, if you played your placements and you luck out completely and go 10-0 in your placements, you could end up higher than you deserve to be.
That's true. Yeah.
And also, you could get incredibly skewed stats if you're duoed with a Smurf or something like that. There's so many variables that can skew the numbers. You need probably a sample size of a couple of hundred games before you can be confident and say, yeah, that's probably my average KDA.
Yeah.
And at the moment, it's early days in the season. I don't know what LoL skill looks like for Singe right now, but I'll have a look.
Just for reference, for the majority of Season 5, my win rate on Singe was about 52%. Not huge by any means. This was back when I stood with a lot of ages and tier. I switched to double Dorans, I started adapting a lot of new Singe methods, and I ended at 56.7, I believe. So, and there are so many other factors, as you said before, that go into games other than your kill, death, assist, and the amount of times you ward. Obviously, yeah, those are decent indicators of skill. But my friend Barry, who's a silver support, obviously has an insanely higher ward ratio than I do. There's no disputing that. So for anyone to literally try and say this seriously, not factoring in game knowledge, ability to close out games, which directly correlates with the win rate. I gave the example of the silver Fizz main who could demolish a diamond Smurf in the mid lane, but then has a 50% win rate because he can't close out games. There are so many other factors that contribute to how well you do, and going by these raw basic stats are never going to get you anywhere.
If you look at Minish Cap 1, I'm sure you heard of him. He's probably the best Singe in the world. Probably. He is number one at LoL skill. Disclaimer before anybody bothers to type it, LoL skill is not reliable.
Yes, it is not reliable.
We all know that, but it's the least worst thing there is to measure skill with. It's the best. Nothing is better than LoL skill, even though it's flawed.
Yeah, it seems to heavily favor games played in addition to ranked. So like I said, 51% win rate Singed with, in higher than the 57% win rate Singed with slightly less games played than the 57% one. So, but yeah, it is a decent metric, but it's not a metric for determining relative player skill between servers, nor is it a metric for determining how good a player is at the game. Maybe at a specific champion, yes.
Absolutely. Well, it all boils down to win rate, scaling with games played as a decent sample size. It's difficult to say what a good sample size is at this stage because it's quite early in the season. But yeah, a couple of hundred games should give you a good indicator. And Minish Cap he is number one, and Druidroid is down at number 9. I didn't realise Druidroid was still playing the game. I thought he quit by now. But if you look at Druidroid, for instance, 9th best Singed according to LoL skill as of the 9th of February. He is underperforming by 7% compared to the average Singe player, and he's the ninth best Singe. So, what? I mean, what? It's that performance indicator and the KDA. It just shows. It just shows how little KDA matters, especially on a champion like Singe. Singe is not a champion for KDA whores like Riven,
Precisely.
LeBlanc, Cassadin, any. If we look at, if I was to look at this list for what's a really kill hungry champion, LeBlanc. LeBlanc
Riven,
is a
LeBlanc,
champion
Vayne.
LeBlanc just can't farm her way to victory very well. So let's look at LeBlanc. I'm sure there's going to be a strong trend towards high KDAs at the top for this. Singe can just be all over the place because he farms his way to victory.
Exactly.
And he lacks burst compared to most champions, apart from his E, but he can't just he's not going to kill steal like other champions are going to kill steal from him because most other champions are far burstier than Singe. So he's going to get probably higher assists than most, but oh crap! Well, this thing's not even loading up anyway, but so I can't even prove my point. But I suspect that the best LeBlanc players have the best KDAs. It probably follows in a uniform fashion.
That's right.
But Singe is just too damn weird to just condense into a spreadsheet to see who's the best. It just comes down to win rate. That's all that matters.
Exactly. And if you look in the top 5 LoL summoners for Singed, you can see Ruffle Singed up there. He actually has a lower KDA than me at the moment than I had in my entire season 5. That doesn't mean anything. Ruffle Singe is a better Singe player than I am. Definitely. Jonny is a better Singe player than I am, even though...
Wow.
well, no, Jonny. You're better than me, all right? You're a better Singe player.
I'm like Darth Vader and you're like Kylo Ren.
I've not seen Star Wars yet.
I'm like on my deathbed. No,
it's all right. Don't worry. I'm cool.
Darth Vader dies. Spoiler. Everybody, that's spoiled the whole of Star Wars for everyone.
Damn it, man! I wasn't ready. I haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen episode 5. Fucking hell.
Yeah, you might be about what was it? 1980 something. You might be about 30 something years too late.
Damn.
So yeah, my page is miraculously loaded for the top list for LeBlanc, and yes, as I suspected, there is a strong trend towards KDA for good LeBlanc players.
That's right.
Because LeBlanc isn't much good at anything other than killing. Singed can run around like a lunatic and feed and still win shitloads of games, which is why he's my favourite champion.
How to make the enemy top AFK in 5 minutes.
If I'm playing a champ yeah, exactly. If I'm playing an assassin, I have one function, that is to kill.
That's right.
If I don't perform that function, I lose.
If anyone didn't get that reference, yeah.
Yeah, that's my most viewed video. I have like 250,000 views. It has,
Go look it up.
It's drawn an enormous amount of hatred, which amuses me greatly. It's like sweet nectar, that hatred. I love it.
I got the one against Riven as well. Oh,
I mean, I still get hate. I still get hate comments on that video. It's great.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I am gonna upload some more stuff. But I have been taking a break due to my health being a bit weird the past few weeks, but I'm all right now. Yeah. So I'm on a shitty hotel broadband connection, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream properly. But yeah, I'll try and get around it. Maybe stream in low res or something.
Mate, I have 0.3 upload. Don't you dare complain.
Or I think I have 1.5 meg upload. So it's
God.
Oh, I know. I've been spoilt by fiber optic for the last few years. So going back down to broadband is a bit shocking.
I have 0.3.
Australia's on the arse end of the world. You're literally right on the end. No, the last stop is New Zealand before the undersea cable, the undersea internet cable stops at New Zealand. So you're the second to last stop. So yeah, you've probably got the second worst internet in the world. You should move to Sweden. I think everybody has like 100 meg or something in Sweden.
Oh, what if I could, man? There's nothing in this country. It's boring.
Don't bother with the UK either. It's crap. It's complete crap.
Australia's a nice country. It's just boring. But anyways, we're going a bit off topic here.
Yeah, going way off topic.
So as you guys can probably tell by the title of this video, the point is League of Legends is not played on a spreadsheet. Okay? It's not. You can't just look at blanket stats and just apply them to everything and use them as the only basic metric of skill between servers, of skill between players. There are so many different factors. Like I said, top 5 Singe players in the world. Ruffle Singe, like 1.75 KDA. Mishcap, 3 KDA. Okay? There's differences between in-play styles and all that. This guy's just a hand wave to that explanation was, oh, well, that's not going to help you in NA. You're going to need to do better than that, Jimso.
Does he have a better KDA than Minish Cap? Because Minish Cap's KDA is under average. His kills are 1 below. His assists are 1 below. His deaths are actually 3 below. So he doesn't.
This is the
feed
best
as
Singe player in the
much as
world.
The average Singe. He doesn't feed. He feeds 3 less deaths a game compared to the average Singe, which is quite big.
Yeah.
But he also gets less kills and assists.
Yeah.
But his farm's up 22 on the average Singe. So you can deduce from that Minish Cap is more farm intensive and less team fight intensive than the average Singe. What I reckon the average Singe player does that separates them, making them average Singe players compared to good Singe players, is they probably team fight without their ultimate, which is a mistake.
Big one.
Singed is pretty damn shit without his ultimate, and if you dive head first into a team fight, you're going to just get blown up without it. So if he's smart, he will probably farm when his ultimate's down and just ignore whatever chaos is going on in mid. If his ultimate has 40 seconds left on it, he's not going to be able to do anything. It's going to be very hard to catch people unless you have Ghost.
That's very correct.
So that's probably why the higher reload Singe players have more farm and less kill participation. So it demonstrates that KDA is just not something you can use to measure a Singe player with.
I actually mentioned this in the last commentary I uploaded. I tower dive, we were pretty far ahead, but so I could get away with it. I was tower diving the mid lane inhibitor turret with only my Ghost running, and I took a massive beating from that tower. So yeah, and I pointed that out in the game. That was a sort of mistake. But yeah, you have a very good point. You know, Singed is, you know, very... And yeah, combine that with the fact that, you know, a lot of people in the lower elos still build Rod of Ages. You know, I still see people asking about it. I just linked them the video I made about that. The little
yes,
highlight.
it is useful video because I hear voices in my sleep saying, "Do you think you should? Why don't you build tier Rod of Ages? I build Rod of Ages and tier and Frozen Heart and Righteous Glory, and I get 50 million health and no one can kill me." I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think I'm like, oh shit, Singe's passive gives you 25% mana as health? Oh my god, you're right. Do you think it's a revelation to me?
Never thought of that shit.
Oh my god. It's like, no, just stop.
Yeah.
If something is completely obvious and you see someone very experienced not doing it, there's a reason for it.
Exactly.
It's not that they haven't noticed it.
You know, but I you know, people sometimes point out things to me that I don't know. You know, that somebody mentioning rushing Leandries against a Nasus, or rushing a Haunting guys in your case. Well, as soon as I read that on someone's school, I was just like, holy, I've never thought of that shit before. You know, some shit can blow my mind, but if you're talking about something as basic as, ooh, do I build mana on Singe, the guy who gets 25 HP from his maximum mana? Obviously, you know, it's pretty damn obvious. I mean, but yeah. You know,
Well, if you're new to the game, then yeah, I mean, that's a pitfall that I expect you to come across at some point.
It's a noob trap.
It is a complete noob trap, but once you start getting into Summoner School, you can see, or if you join the, is it the Singe main subreddit? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, r/Singe mains.
Yeah, it's the very small but dedicated community on Reddit. If you join one of those subreddits, you'll see it gets most people will respond and say, no, don't bother building tier Rod of Ages. And I hope that our work has somewhat contributed to that that shift.
Well, it hasn't permeated the LCS because in the Challenger Series he still built a Rod of Ages and he picked Singed into Fiora, so God knows.
Singed into Fiora?
He picked Singed into Fiora.
Oh God.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder if he just tried to run up and fling her.
He did a couple of times.
Yeah, if you do that, Fiora will rip you apart. You need to run up and give her a punch, or even better, cancel your punch. Auto attack, cancel your punch, bait out a parry, and then whatever it's called, the thing where it stuns you if you use a spell. No, I can't remember what it's called. Is it riposte? Riposte? Is it that?
Yeah, riposte.
Yeah, you bait that out, and then you can fling her safely after that. If she riposte your thing, you're dead meat.
That's right.
For the most part.
You're gone.
But anyway, that's going off on a tangent.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah,
we've sort of been talking, we've been theory crafting.
Singed versus Fiora is a horrible matchup for Singed. One of the
God,
worst. One of the worst.
terrible.
Yeah. What were we? What was the main
Sorry,
thread?
yeah, we were talking about statistics and the
Oh,
KDA, and I think we've already discussed how, Gold 5 on NA is not Diamond 5 on OC, and how it's pretty damn obvious looking
so
at percentages and all that, how as soon as you get to Diamond 1, Diamond 2, Challenger, obviously it's different, but there's virtually no difference in skill between the Western servers, between the lower tiers.
yeah. To reiterate the point, there are no two servers where you can say diamond on this server equals gold on this one. It's just no. That's not possible. That's stupid. However, yes, there are regional differences. I got to challenger on the Thai server, but if I played in NA, I probably wouldn't get challenger because I'm not good enough. That's the fact. So I'm not denying there's regional differences, but they don't exist at the huge gaps that some people claim they do
That's
exist
right.
at. Like
And
gold and diamond. It's stupid. Of course not.
it's a simple look at percentages to determine this. And, you're saying that, oh, but this region is just inherently shittier. Where's your proof in that? Okay,
I know
sure,
it-
I know that some regions, Korea is better. Because, there's clearly a much different culture in Korea. But the culture between most people who played on OCE played on the NA server. The culture isn't that much different. But before the OCE server existed, the culture is not that much different. There is not some massive skill
Sure,
gap.
it's still white. It's still white people speaking English.
Yeah.
It's westernized. It's effectively, Australian, EU West, EU Nordic, American are all, fundamentally the same bloodline of people. It's not like comparing them to the Asian servers where there's widely different cultures. I mean, on the Thai server, people play differently to how they do in EU West, and it's actually surprising. I won't go into that in too much detail, but what I wanted to say was the ultimate test for this would be to have step one, have unlimited money. Step two, get a private jet and fly a random gold American player to OCE, set them up with their own computer in an apartment, and just leave them there for a couple of months, and then see if they get diamond. I think that would be a good test.
We'll rather see how quickly they get to Diamond, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, it's not.
If you give them a couple months, they might do it.
Okay, if we got unlimited money, we would do it with 1,000 American gold
Yeah.
players to get a good sample size. So one, doing it with one is stupid, but that would be the best test. And that's never going to happen ever.
But
It would be completely silly.
we can make logical conclusions based off percent.
I would
percentages.
conclude that they would, if they were in gold 5 for the American server, they would probably be gold 5 on OCE.
Yeah.
Probably. Maybe gold 4. Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Exactly.
But there might be like a 1-tier difference or something like that. The difference would be small, but yeah, they would be roughly gold.
Exactly. These massive disconnects that people talk about between the servers just don't exist. Obviously, we're going to repeat this over and over. Obviously, they exist in the very highest elos. Yeah, it's much easier to be in the top 200 on a server with 180,000 people than it is to be on a server with 170.
And without pros who are playing full time.
Exactly. With
Picking up
5
all-
Smurfs in.
NA. Am I ever going to get challenger on NA? No. Never.
Exactly.
No. But
Yeah.
Master? Oh, at a push, maybe. But Diamond 1? Yeah, probably. But yeah, I think we've put that one to bed now, Jim. So
I think we've certainly put that to bed.
The horse has been beaten into subatomic particles now. So there we go.
We've certainly put that one to rest, and I think we pretty much put to rest the fact that League of Legends is not played on a spreadsheet. Looking simply at stats, basic stats, and nothing else, not looking at how a person plays, not looking at their win rate. How could you not even look at their win rate? Not looking at their win rate comparative to games played, not looking at their actual ranking. These win rate, ranking, games played, these are the 3 best ways to determine how good somebody is at the game. Okay? I'm sorry, but just because you ward, 10% more often on Singe in Gold 5, that does not mean you're better than me in Diamond 5 when I ward 12% often when I have a higher win rate and I'm a higher rank. That's nonsense. And for this person to actually claim that the reason why this is because there is an inherent 2-tier skill difference. I'm not joking. Look at the link. This person actually argued this, that there is an inherent 2-tier skill difference between OC and NA. That's delusional. I'm Eloy Hell, GG. Can't carry.
It's preposterous.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely preposterous. I think most players would agree, but there are a few players that would benefit from being linked this video if you spot this stupidity
These
appear
people exist.
again in probably the cesspit that is the YouTube comment section.
Oh God, mate.
And the slightly less stinky cesspit that is Summoner Skull.